So here we are today at the FinanceFeeds Thought Leadership Conference in London, and today's subjects have been about how to revolutionize certain aspects of the retail trading industry. I'm joined by Rob Brockington, who is a long-standing technologist in the institutional side, who has now founded a high-quality app-based platform for the retail trader. So how do you see our market evolving and your particular instrumental part in it, bringing the retail audience forward?
How is it evolving? I think it's evolving in terms of technology, right? Same as the institutional world's been evolving for the last 15, 20 years. Every year, more and more of the kind of old school sales trader type approach decreases and more of the algo, automated trading kind of increases. So I think my part of my journey, I spent a lot of time in the institutional world running those platforms, looking after the high frequency trading and automated solutions. And my aim is to try and bring that stuff to the retail environment. But there's some challenges there, right? Because there's as with anything mass market, the adoption of that kind of technology is quite difficult. So finding a way to simplify and to create reliable infrastructure and offerings for people is where we're trying to do it. But I think in general, that's the way the market's changing. Right?
I think that's absolutely right. And you're actually taking an instrumental part in it by developing the whole end-to-end solution for retail traders in-house.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to do. We're doing it obviously bit by bit, as we're a small startup essentially right now, but we've created the UI, the platform, and some of the analytics on the back end. Over the next year, we're looking to start creating a lot of the other components, and again that will drift back to the brokerage part at some point as well. We have some partners at the moment, but longer term maybe we can fill those boots as well. I think there's a lot of efficiencies that can be made with technology. As we've spoken about before, a lot of the world is still stuck on MT4, and that's not new technology. It's like it couldn't be any further thing from new technology. So I think whatever the new version of that is, and the kind of using the internet for what the internet was created for, which is what doesn't seem to happen in the brokerage world, and spreading that kind of connectivity, having a much more look at the way that people use social media platforms. We integrate our platform with social media for that very reason. I think that's the way things will move, and the new generation of not just traders but just people who kind of manage finance on their phones. They'll use things in a different way.
Well, that's the way it's going, and people manage now everything on their phones, and they do it via a democratized sharing model. Electric scooters, Airbnb, and this is people who are the young generation, who are very analytical. So they might be even playing very strategic computer games, which will lead them to do strategic investing and trading via the internet, as you say, using the internet properly. So I think your endeavor, combined with your banking technology, I mean, you worked in banking technology sector for a very long time.
I ran all the technology for equities in Deutsche Bank for quite a while, and then I did the same kind of thing at HSBC. Again, those platforms actually are not that cutting edge in certain areas. In certain areas they are, certain areas they're not. Banks is a different scenario though. The institutional world is very much held back by scale and their ability to be agile with regulation. That stops them moving forward quickly. Whereas, for someone like me who's a small startup, we can be much more agile and move around those things. Some of the brokers can, some can't. I think they've reached that level of scale where they're also stuck in that kind of slow churn. But yeah, I think it'll take some time, but I see that being definitely the new generation.
I absolutely agree. Thank you very much, Rob Brockington from Pipster.
Thank you very much. Cheers.